to B.Y.C Crochet. My name is Brenda. Welcome back to my Yarny Cave. It's been a little while. I'm actually recording from a new tablet that my husband got me for Christmas. So I want to test this out, see how it goes. I want to drop you guys or the tablet. I think that's going to be as good as it gets for now. But I want to show you guys a few things. First, I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday season, and I wish everybody a happy new year. I'm sure I did that already, but just in case. I know I've been absent for a little while. It's been, the holidays crazy, getting back to work, and the last couple weeks I've been struggling with like heavy duty menopausal symptoms. I don't know about you guys, but it just seems like it's just hit me like a ton of bricks. The emotional roller coaster of the ups and downs of a lot of emotions and stuff like that. So it's been kind of a bit overwhelming, but taking it one day at a time. And just taking care of business and taking care of myself, working hard, and just trying to invest in a lot of chamomile tea. So yeah, and the puppies are in here somewhere. She's probably watching HGTV. I got HGTV going in the den, and I wanted to catch up with you guys for a little bit and show you a few things that one thing that I did complete a baby set. It was the blanket, the cardi, the beanie, and little booties. But my mom took it. I think I mentioned it to you guys in one of my last videos. My mom picked it up before I was able to take a photo of it or even video it, but it's okay. And I did work on this crossbody bag that I am not done yet with. It is, if you guys remember, I had bought some bases from a company in Italy called Tessaland. I was looking forward to using them. Once I started using them, I realized they were very flimsy and very cheap, and I did not like the way it was turning out, so I stopped. I frogged everything, and I ordered some from Amazon with feet. They were a little bit sturdier. It did work out much better. I did went ahead and work out the bag. The buttons, I was debating whether I was going to make one from polymer clay. I had this button in my stash, so I went ahead and used it. And it looks perfectly fine. I wanted to tie in some beige because of the strap, and I think this served the purpose. Basically, it's all single crochets, and here in the center I did chain 5, skipped over a stitch, and used that as my little strap for my button, which is perfect. On the sides, I ordered these from Amazon. They're actually these metal rings, and the bar in here, actually, it's almost like the watches where you can remove it and then you screw it on. So I didn't have to crochet it in. Basically, once I was done with the bag, I threaded the bar through it, and then, I don't know if you can see it, then you kind of screw it all the way in and secure it. The same for both. And then these straps I did order from Tessaland. I like them because they're swivel straps, so it doesn't matter how you put them, they're always going to fall however you want them, and they are long enough where you can make them crossbody. This is actually crossbody for me. Look how pretty. The inside of the bag is not complete yet because I ordered some material so I can line it. I don't have a sewing machine, so it's going to be lined with liquid stitch. I'll tell you guys how that turns out once I'm done with it. But the bag is, I would say, 75% complete. I expect the material and the liquid stitch in the mail today from Amazon. I order everything from Amazon. I ain't got time to be shopping anywhere. I go to work. And a lot of times I have to drive from one clinic to the other, so I don't have time to be stopping anywhere. And so I order everything through Amazon. But I think this came out really cute. It falls perfectly where it needs to fall. Now I just have to line it. I like the fact that I picked these straps because they don't, as many of you guys know, It doesn't matter what you use for strap, even if you use cotton, there's always a bit of stretch and it pulls a little bit, especially once you load your bag. So I think that with these, it's a much safer bet. I do think that I am going to unscrew these side ones and pick up another stitch to secure them a little bit better, even though I feel they're secure enough, but to make them a little bit more snug, which is great because that's an option you have. You can screw and unscrew it, because if, like I said, it's like a watch. It's like when you switch out the straps of a watch. It's basically the same premise. So yeah, what do you think? Very happy with it. It's a great size. I'll show you. Oh, here. Let me show you my watch. Not my watch. My phone. Wait, my watch. My computer. My phone. In here. It fits perfect. There's plenty of room for my wallet and a ton of other stuff. So once I have the liner put together, I'll show you guys how it looks, and we'll be good to go. I did order some other, the pack that I ordered for bases from Amazon has a bunch of other different colors. I know I had it around here somewhere. Where did I put it? Oh, I think I put it in here, but I'm not going to open that now. So, oh, it's just that I have a sign hanging up there and I don't want it to fall. So, but yeah, what do you guys think? I'm very pleased with it. I like to make things that are actually functional. I know a lot of you guys like to play around and see what you can make with it, but with the yarn. But I like to make things that I will actually use. And sometimes, you know, I'll make something that looks cute hanging up, but not cute, but it's not really functional. And I know that happens at times. Some of the things that I have here, hold on guys, I'm coming. I want to thank my girl Jaxie. I ordered these from her shop. I'll tag her down below. Look how cute these are. I don't know if she still has any more of these in her shop, but I'll tell you that I was using these the other day. I was working from home and it was really cold, and that's why they're here, because this is where my computer is, and I was like with these on. I was not outside, I was inside, but it was cold, so I thought this was like perfect. So thank you, Jaxie. I love my little hand warmers. And actually I also had them where I wasn't using it with the finger, but actually like wrist warmers. So I just kind of pulled them down like this, and I actually had them like that, warming my forearm. I was working. So I got that. And oh, I have another make that I want to show you guys. This is basically a it is a shawl, but it's more of a around your neck kind of shawl, a hug, like Jaxie calls them. Because I just used one ball of the butterfly. It is a yarn that Hobbii used to offer. I'm not sure if they still do. It's called Butterfly. And I used just one ball. I only had one in my stash, and I was wondering what I could do. And I decided to make this, and I think it came out really cute. It's a perfect little hug. Use it around your neck. I'm not very good at this because I don't use these quite often, but you get the drift. Where's my other side? There we go. So, should you want to use it around your neck, you can. It's a nice little triangular scarf. My hair is caught in there. So, but you get the idea. You guys have seen these, plenty of these, and so it's not very big, so it's more of a scarf situation going on here. So, what do you think? So yeah, the yarn is Butterfly from Hobbii. I don't think they offer it anymore. I've had that yarn for maybe over 2 years, I think it is. Over 2 years, perhaps about 2 years. And I don't think they have it anymore. So I wanted to do something that was going to be useful, and I think this was the perfect thing. Very simple. It was a pattern. I don't even remember where I pulled this pattern from, but I know it's a simple pattern that many people have done. There you go. Simple, simple. I don't remember who I pulled the pattern from. I know it was a tutorial or a video. Because I'll go into YouTube looking for like different kinds of, depending on the yardage that I have, different styles, knowing how much yarn I have, whether something simple, something more complicated. It all depends on what I have. And finally, I am working on this baby blanket. It is a pattern that I have been admiring from Ophelia Talks. I'm not sure if she may have the crochet along. I'm not sure if it's done, but it is a filet pattern, and I started doing it, but I was using, I am using this Rico Baby Cotton Soft Print DK, and this is 125 meters. It is 50% cotton, 50% acrylic. It says it's a DK, but truth be told, it is more of a sport weight. And so I had a total of 6, no lying. I had a total of 7 balls. Yeah, I had a total of 7 balls. And when she made her original, when I was following her, it was a pretty long foundation, almost the span of my arms. And the fact that I only had 7 balls of this very thin 3 going on 2 with 125 meters in each, I knew I wasn't gonna have nowhere enough to make the completed blanket. So, and I'm sure if I would have researched it more, I would have found somewhere else. But through her tutorials, because she has done this particular pattern numerous times in different ways, I was trying to figure out the count. And in fact, I had sent her an email. But you know, she's a very popular channel. She probably never even saw it. But asking her if she could share the count on the stitch if I wanted to make the blanket smaller. Needless to say, like I said, she's a very busy person, big channel. She probably never even saw my email. But I went ahead and based on this, I figured out what the stitch count was, and I'm working off of the yarn that is in this one. I'm almost actually done, and I had started working on a shorter version, one that I think is more appropriate for a baby blanket, and that it will give me enough, based on the yarn that I will have enough to complete. So I'm quite pleased with it. Very happy with the size. I'm very happy with the way it's coming out. The yarn is really busy, so you really cannot appreciate the pattern. But it is my first time, and I did want to use that particular yarn for a baby blanket. It is going to be a very light baby blanket, perfect for the summertime, and I'm really pleased with the way it's coming out. I'm very happy that I actually figured out the count, and I actually wrote it down and put it up there, because I want to make this again. It is, like I said, a perfect stitch for blankets, for the summertime baby blankets. I work with a lot of cotton yarns and cotton acrylic yarns, and here in Florida, our winters, we may get a total of maybe 10 cold days a year, and the rest are just cool days or warm days, even in our winters. So like today is actually quite cold. I believe it's supposed to be the high in the 50s. That's not the norm for us. We've had like these last couple of weeks, we have like little, we've had rain and then spurts of cold weather. Last one day, a day and a half, and then rains again, warms up, rains again, another couple of days of cool weather, then it warms up, rains again. And we've had that already. We've seen that about 3 or 4 times already since the beginning of the year or so. But yeah, I've also kind of been hanging out, just kind of watching some of my favorite channels. Nancy, she's got yarn too. Crochet with Llama Mama B. I was watching Jaxie's live yesterday. Juan the Yarn Addict. We all watched Crystal Abago Day. Just a new Sunita. Watching Angela's My Precious Yarnery. Love Mama Kayla. I'm glad to see her. She's back on. I know that she had the surgery, and I was kind of worried there for a little bit, but I'm glad to see her. She's back on. Elisa G, I have not seen you lately. I don't know that you watch my channel, but if you do, we're missing you. At least I'm missing you. I love watching her. She is so cute, and her family is so beautiful, and she's so talented. Erin B, I also watch Erin B. Just a number of crochet channels that I watch. You know, Granny D, you know that I'm there, and I watch a lot of your lives, guys. I just lurk a lot because I'm usually crocheting. Since I don't have much time to crochet, I'm usually watching and crocheting, so I don't have time to really comment. Sometimes I'll see something and I'll comment, or they'll say something and I'll comment, but I'm usually just lurking. I'm usually just lurking, and I just realized that I just missed a stitch here. Okay, Brenda, focus. Yeah, it's just one of those things that hey, chew gum and walk. Not all of us can do that. And sometimes I can. Other times I can't. It all depends. This particular pattern, you have counts. Each row, you have 1, 2, 3. You have a total of 4 different rows that are different, or a pattern that is 4 rows in. So each row is different. So you have to kind of pay attention to what you're doing. So, but it's after you get into the rhythm, it's quite easy. What else going on? Working with the puppy, trying to get her potty trained. She's doing quite well, but she has her little oopsies every once in a while. And you know, she's a puppy, so she wants to bite everything. She wants to bite. Well, she doesn't bite the furniture. She doesn't bite. Like I've seen dogs that bite the walls. She doesn't. She's not destructive like that, but she just wants to bite all her toys, her bed. When I pick her up to give her love, she's like, you know, she's like excited biting, and she'll nip at my fingers. I have to tell her no, and yeah, but she is quite hyper. Now in the past, normally when we introduce a puppy into the household, we've had another dog to kind of absorb that attention and that energy. This time around, when Kona came, we have Maxie, which he wasn't well, so he wasn't dealing with her energy, and now it's just us. So she's exercising all her energy on us, what she would normally exercise on potentially another pet, another dog. And you know, that dog, you know, would help to train and set her in her ways, you know, get her straight, and give her some, you know, respect, or not give her respect, but have her, you know, show her how to behave. That's the great thing about having multiple pets, because they kind of help you, especially when you introduce a puppy into the household. And for those of you who have multiple dogs, you know that's normally the case. If you introduce a puppy to a household that already has a dog, normally the other dog will kind of teach the puppy, you know, the ropes per se. Let me see, I had my phone go off. But yeah, so my dog listened to me. My son is thinking about also getting a dog. He lives alone, and he's got some land. You know, he has a home, and he's got, I believe, just over an acre or just under an acre of land. So he's got plenty of space for a dog, and he lives alone. So he's thinking, and I told him, you know, it is a big commitment. You need to keep that in mind. However, you know, if he wants a dog and he feels it'll be a good companion for him, then just go for it. What else? I think that's it, guys. I just wanted to kind of touch base with you guys, and oh, wanted to let you guys know that we do have, let me bring it here really quick. Let me pause you for a second. Okay. So for those of you who may be interested, we do have a couple of blocking boards available. We do have a couple of the ones that say Square Your Granny. These are made out of solid wood. The board itself measures about 13 by 13, maybe a little more or a little less. I think it's probably a little bit more. They do have the little feet, the little rubber feet, so you don't scratch any surfaces. It has my B.Y.C crochet. You will get all different size steel rods that you can use to either stack your grannies, square your grannies, use it as storage if you have a big project that you're working on. But the holes themselves measure exactly 12 by 12. So right from this corner to this corner to this corner to this corner, it measures 12 by 12. I should say from side, top to bottom, the holes measure 12 by 12. So if you're interested, just go ahead and shoot me an email at Brenda the Newbie Crocheter at gmail.com. That's my old channel name. I still use that for email purposes, and my USPS account also is set up that way as well. So if you get happy mail from me, it will usually say Brenda the Newbie Crocheter on the return label, but it is me, Brenda from B.Y.C Crochet. So yeah, I have a couple of these available, ready to ship. So if you're interested, just shoot me an email. And I think that's it, guys. I just kind of want to touch base with you all, say hi. I know you haven't seen my face in a while, and let you know what's going on, how work was going, what projects I've worked on. Give Jaxie a shout out for those awesome fingerless gloves that actually came in very handy this past week when I worked from home and it was freezing. It was so cold that I was asking my husband, can you just go buy me a space heater from the office, because the office was freezing. And then I remember, ding, I have Jaxie's the fingerless gloves that I bought from Jaxie, so I put those on and I was good to go. Because mainly it was my hands. My hands were really cold, and when you're working on the computer, I mean, you can't be wearing gloves, so that worked out perfectly. Enough jibber jabbering. I love you guys. I hope that you guys have a wonderful morning, noon, night, evening, regardless of where you're watching me from. I love you guys from the Yarny Cave. Peace. I love you guys. See you soon. God bless. Bye.